Well, continuing on in the book of Jeremiah, we looked at chapter 40. Jerusalem has been captured and burnt to the ground. The people have been captured and are forwarding on their journey to Babylon. Jeremiah has been set free. And they tell the new governor that Ishmael has come to assassinate him, but he won't believe them. Well, in this chapter, he does it. And he kills a lot more people as well. Now it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, of the royal seed, and the princes of the king, even 10 men with him, came unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, to Mizpah, and they did eat bread together in Mizpah. Then arose Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and the 10 men that were with him, and smote Gedaliah with the sword, and slew him, whom the king of Babylon had made governor over the land. Ishmael also slew all the Jews that were with him, even with Gedaliah at Mizpah, and the Chaldeans that were found there, and the men of war. So it was a complete bloodbath. It came to pass the 2nd day after he had slain Gedaliah, and no man knew it, that there came certain from Shechem, from Shiloh, and from Samaria, even 80, that is 80 men, having their beards shaven and their clothes rent, and having cut themselves with offerings and incense in their hands, to bring them to the house of the Lord. And Ishmael the son of Nethaniah went forth from Mizpah to meet them, weeping all along as he went. It came to pass, as he met them, he said unto them, Come to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam. And so it was, when they came into the midst of the city, that Ishmael the son of Nethaniah slew them also, all 80 of them, and cast them into the midst of the pit, he and his men that were with him. But 10 men were found among them that said unto Ishmael, Slay us not, for we have treasures in the field of wheat, and of barley, and of oil, and of honey. So he forbare, and slew them not among their brethren, because he wanted their riches. Now the pit wherein Ishmael had cast off all of the dead bodies of the men whom he had slain because of Gedaliah, was it which Asa the king had made for fear of Bashan king of Israel. And Ishmael the son of Nethaniah filled it with them that were slain. Then Ishmael carried away captive all the residue of the people that were in Mizpah, even the king's daughters, and all of the people that remained in Mizpah, whom Nebuzaradan the captain of the guard had committed to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam. And Nethaniah carried them away captive, and departed to go over to the Ammonites. Here we are to see treachery on a terrible scale. Ishmael, the grandson of Elishama, has the spirit of Eli in him, which is borne out in the way these assassinations took place, while eating bread together, which is a symbol of peace and friendship. He was a betrayer. But in October, Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, who was a member of the royal family and one of the king's top officials, arrived at Mizpah, accompanied by 10 men. Gedaliah invited them to dinner. While they were eating, Ishmael and the 10 men in league with him suddenly jumped up, pulled out their swords, and killed Gedaliah. Then they went out and slaughtered all of the Jewish officials and the Babylonian soldiers who were in Mizpah with Gedaliah. The next day, before the outside world knew what had happened, 80 men approached Mizpah from Shechem, Shiloh, and Samaria to worship at the temple of the Lord. They had shaved off their beards, torn their clothes, and cut themselves, and were bringing offerings and incense. Ishmael went out from the city to meet them, crying and weeping as he went. When he faced him, he said, Oh, come and see what happened to Gedaliah. Then when they were all went inside the city, Ishmael and his men killed all but 10 of them, and threw their bodies into the cistern. The 10 had talked Ishmael into letting them go by promising to bring in their treasures of wheat, barley, oil, and honey that they had hidden away. The cistern where Ishmael dumped the bodies of the men he murdered was the large one constructed by King Asa when he fortified Mizpah to protect himself against Baasha, the king of Israel. Ishmael made captives of the king's daughters and all of the people who had been left under the care of Gedaliah in Mizpah by Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard. Soon after he took them with him when he headed towards the country of the Ammonites. But when Johanan the son of Kareah and all the captains of all the forces that were with him heard of all the evil that Ishmael the son of Nethaniah had done, they were not happy. Then they took all of the men and went to fight with Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and found him by the great waters that are in Gibeon. Now it came to pass, when all of the people, the prisoners which were with Ishmael, saw Johanan the son of Kareah and all the captains with him, that they were glad. So all of the people that just Ishmael had carried away captive from Mizpah cast about and returned, and went unto Johanan the son of Kareah. But Ishmael the son of Nethaniah escaped from Johanan with 8 men, and went to the Ammonites. Then took Johanan the son of Kareah and all of the captains of all the forces that were with him, all the remnant of the people who he had recovered from Ishmael the son of Nethaniah from Mizpah. After that he had slain Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, even mighty men of war, and the women and children and the eunuchs whom he had brought again from Gibeon. Now they departed and dwelt in the habitation of Shimham, which is near Bethlehem, to go to enter Egypt, because of the Chaldean, for they were afraid of them, because Ishmael the son of Nethaniah had slain Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, whom the king of Babylon had appointed governor in the land. So they were afraid that there would be repercussions. But when Johanan the son of Kareah and the rest of the guerrilla leaders heard what Ishmael had done, they took all of their men and set out to stop him. They force-marched and caught up with him at the pool near Gibeon. The prisoners with Ishmael shouted with joy when they saw Johanan and his men, and ran to meet him. Meanwhile, Ishmael escaped with 8 of his men and went into the land of the Ammonites. Then Johanan and his men went to the village of Geruth, Shimham, near Bethlehem, taking with them all those that they had rescued, soldiers, women, children, and eunuchs, to prepare to leave for Egypt, for they were afraid of what the Babylonians would do when they found out that Ishmael had killed Gedaliah the governor, for he had been chosen and appointed by the Babylonian emperor, the king Nebuchadnezzar. And so 18 verses, and you see the treachery of Gedaliah and the treachery that happened there. Ishmael, the assassin, killing all the people, but God will have the last laugh, but we will find that out later.